first things first, we're going to prepare our baking tin. I'm using a 23 centimeter diameter springform cake tin, and I'm gonna grease this with a little bit of butter and then line it with some baking parchment. Now we're going to prepare the base, the biscuity base. So we're going to crush up our digestive biscuits, and I'm going to show you how we can do this. I've got here some sandwich bags. I'm going to open them up and just put my biscuits inside the sandwich bag. Going to seal all that nice and properly so no crumbs escape. Then I'm going to take a rolling pin and crush up the biscuits. Just take out your anger on the biscuits. You don't want to smack the biscuits too hard, otherwise you might pop the sandwich bag, making crumbs go everywhere. We're looking for a nice like breadcrumb kind of consistency. We don't want too many large chunks, but we don't want just like sand. I've got a medium size mixing bowl here. I'm just going to add our cookie crumbs, or our biscuit crumbs, sorry, to the bowl. I've got some melted butter here. I'm just going to add that to our biscuit crumbs and mix it with a spoon until the biscuit crumbs are evenly coated. Glug, 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 glug. To me, this looks good, and now I'm going to add it to our pre-greased baking tin. Basically, I'm going to press down these biscuit crumbs now using like a spoon or something, so they can create a nice, even, thin layer. You want the biscuit crumbs to be nice and compressed so that your cheesecake doesn't fall apart when you eat it. Make sure that you press on the edges as well. They're very important. Okay. I think I've finished the base now. Now I'm just going to leave it to set in the fridge for now. Now we're going to prepare the cream cheese topping. In my bowl here, I have some cream cheese, and to that I'm going to add some icing sugar and some vanilla extract. Now for this next part, I'm going to mix the cream cheese mixture together with an electric whisk. So for this part you can use a normal whisk if you're like strong and like good at whisking things, but I'm going to use an electric whisk because I find this a lot easier. So I've got my electric whisk here, and I'm just going to use it to combine all my ingredients together. You don't want to over combine your ingredients, otherwise your cheesecake will actually start to taste like proper cheese, and you don't want that. Some cheesecake went flying on the floor, bro. I've finished combining the ingredients together because they look kind of smooth right now. I just dripped some on the table. Now I'm going to add the double cream to this mixture. Now I'm just going to continue mixing the cheesecake mixture together. Here we go. Okay, the cheesecake mixture is done, and so now I'm gonna add it on top of our biscuit base. And just scrape out the last bit with a spatula or something. So I'm just going to use something to flatten the top of our cheesecake. I'm using a palette knife, but you can just use anything that's just flat on the bottom. I'm going to make it so the surface is nice and level. Now I'm going to do something that actually Gordon Ramsay suggested that you should do, and then it's just once you finish your cheesecake and put it on the tin, you just bash it once on the table, and this just helps to like level it out, and it also gets rid of any air bubbles that might be trapped inside your cheesecake. We don't want that. So here is the finished cheesecake, and I'm just gonna put this in the fridge and leave it to set overnight. So I will see you tomorrow. Look at that, boom. Right, okay, using like a can or a jar, I'm just gonna like remove the cheesecake from the tin. So here we go. Okay. Take a look. Look at that. Look at this. That is legit. Now that we've just finished preparing the cheesecake, we're now going to make like sort of blackcurrant sauce to go on top of it to give it an extra tang. So in a saucepan here, I've got some defrosted blackcurrants, and to use blackcurrants, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of regular sugar. And we're now just going to heat this sauce on a medium heat until the sugar dissolves all the way through. So this is what it should look like. You don't need to heat it for that long actually to just dissolve all the sugar. Right, so here's the cheesecake, and just for the finishing touch, we're going to add our blackcurrant sauce on top. Right, here we go. That was how to make great vanilla cheesecake. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you soon.